Mike, welcome back to Denver. Just what has the last few hours been like just for you, just emotions-wise, being back in the city and also walking back in this arena?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. The team stays in the hotel where I live, so that was kind of cool to be back in my building. And then just to be in the city, my whole family's here. So it was cool, and then obviously to see the fans, the ones that came early and had my jersey, had my card, has been cool, and it'll be good to go against my former teammates. So
did you sleep in your bed?
Well, the house is actually staged to be sold, so I stayed in the hotel room.
I know it's only been a few hours since you've been back, but when you think back to your time here in Denver and playing with the Nuggets, just how did this city and its organization help shape you as a person and as a player?
I mean, coming into the NBA, I was dealing with the injuries, and Denver was like the last place on my mind that I would get drafted, but it was the perfect place for me. And they took their time with me, and the team got better and better, and then we ended up winning a championship. So these group of guys that I get to see when we play against them, they'll always be my brothers, and it's always special to see the staff, see the medical staff, the chefs, the security. It's cool just because I was, around them 7 years. Saw them every single day for the last 7 years. So it's a blessing to be able to see them again.
You're having a career year. How do you feel like you've improved with your time as a Nugget?
I think it's just a different situation. I think in Brooklyn, some of the shots that I shoot and they need me to take are different. And in Denver, those aren't necessarily the best shots because we can work for probably a wide open shot instead of a contested fadeaway three over two people. So I think that's the biggest difference is the usage is a little bit different. The offensive scheme is a little different. And just getting to grow out of the opportunity. And I still feel like I'm getting better because it's the first year in the NBA where I'm put in this situation. So I'm going to keep growing in that role.
Mike, how do you think your emotions will be when you see that moment where you're going to get honored by the team and the fans?
It'll probably be pretty special. I have no idea. Like I haven't thought about it too much, but I'm sure they put together something really cool and it'll be pretty touching. So I'm excited for that moment. So I'm focused on the game. I'm more excited to play against my former teammates and that's going to be really fun. But I'm sure that moment will be pretty special as well.
Mike, one of the things Jory just said, you came from Denver where you're one of the younger guys. Now you're immediately like one of the older guys on the Nets. What have you enjoyed about just kind of that change in role, I guess, in terms of like locker room presence?
Yeah, I think it's just completely different situations. Now I'm the leader on the team, and I'm getting help to lead like young guys, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, and teach them about winning habits, winning culture. A lot that I learned from my time in Denver, winning habits, daily habits, balancing highs and lows. So it feels a little bit more like when I was coming up playing the game, high school having to lead, AAU having to lead, and then you go to the NBA, and there's players that have been there before you, more experienced than you, so you have to be a sponge. And that's what I was for the last several years here in Denver. Now I'm getting able to share that with young guys, young talented players who will be in the NBA longer than I will. So that's pretty cool, I think.
Back in Brooklyn, DA mentioned that he sort of felt like everyone ended up winning that trade just because obviously what you've been able to sort of explore with your game, what Brooklyn has gotten out of you, Denver kind of being able to improve some of the depth down the roster out of it. I'm just kind of curious if you would agree with that or a few months removed from it, how you kind of assess the trade now that there's been some time to get used to a new team.
I would say it's a very unique situation where I think both organizations and both teams kind of, like you said, benefited from the trade. And I don't look back at it with any saltiness towards the organization or anything. I think they got a lot out of trading me. They got not only Cam, but Valanciunas, Bruce, Tim Hardaway, who's playing amazing. I'm probably missing some, but yeah, so I think it's cool, and I still keep up with them, and they've been able to stay afloat when Joker's out, AG's out, CB's out. And I don't know if with our roster last year, if some of those guys went down, if it would have been the same. So it probably is one of those unique trades where it kind of worked out for everybody.
Mike, I saw you show up in New Orleans. I know you have really close relationships with guys still on this roster. What have you seen from Peyton Watson's game, and how proud are you of him for his development?
Yeah, I always saw how talented he was because we work out in the summer together. He guards me, I guard him. And, you know, he's been one of my, we would shoot late nights together, work out together. So I knew he had it in him, but a lot of players have a hard time translating being a good workout player, a good pickup player to a really good NBA player. And a lot of that is getting the reps and the confidence to explore your game. So I think it's been really cool to see. And obviously I don't want AG down or CB down, but in the long run it'll be good for the organization too, with P. Watt proving that he can do these things that he's doing. So I'm really happy for him, especially in a contract year. So he's going to get paid a lot of money by Denver or somebody else, and it's really good to see, you know, because since he's been in the NBA, that's been, you know, one of my guys.
Did the change of scenery and role and just everything, did it kind of inject more joy into your career? Are you having more fun in a sense?
Yeah, I think, you know, I don't want to take for granted winning basketball like I had here and the chance to win a championship every year. But I think it was just time for a change of scenery for me. I don't think, like, I loved my time here in Denver, but it's all I knew, and now it's something completely different, and it's a new challenge for me, and I think that's pretty cool. And me and Cam Johnson actually got on his podcast yesterday, and that was cool too because he feels the same way as I do. You know, he's now able to compete for a championship, something he hasn't had a lot of opportunity to do in his career, and I'm able to help lead young guys and explore my game and do all these things. So it's really cool that we both are able to flourish in these new situations.
Mike, we heard David last time talk about this, and then again today, your toughness. He talked about how he feels like your toughness has been an underrated thing, and that he admired you, the way you had to come back from your injuries just to get on the floor, and then last year playing through the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering, when you think back to just being drafted and what you went through injury-wise to get in position to be the NBA player that you are, what stands out most to you about like that journey and, I don't know, the discipline or effort it took just to get your body in position to be able to perform?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say resilience. Like, it is true that you know, trials and tribulations, if you let them, they can shape you as a person, and you get to find out a lot about yourself. And so for me, the injuries, as devastating as they were, I found out a lot about myself, and I realized how mentally tough I am. And going through 3 back surgeries, 3 injuries in general is not easy, but 3 complicated back surgeries is even more tough. But I'm blessed to be able to be on the court. I think a lot of players would have gave up. There's a lot of players in my draft class, even guys that I grew up with, that have not had long careers, or they're out of the NBA, and I've gone through 100 times more than a lot of these guys, and I'm sticking around. So I think it just shows my love for the game, and really, yeah, I would say toughness and resilience, because I don't know how many people could walk in my shoes, and it's kind of cool. It's a cool testimony, you know. The things haven't always gone smooth for me, and I feel like I get to inspire and touch a different group of people than if everything would have just gone smooth. I get so many DMs, so many messages of kids going through stuff, fans going through stuff, and I try to get back to those people as much as I can, because I can relate to, you know, tough times for sure.
Speaking of the journey, you were part of a lot of like special moments here in Denver, and David Adelman just called you an all-time Nugget. What does it mean to have made your mark on this organization in such a brief period of time?
Yeah, that's pretty cool to be considered that. I think it's just amazing to have won the first championship that the city has had, and to be a part of that, and to be able to just be there from, you know, kind of, they were just starting to win when I got in the NBA, and then we got better and better and better, and Nikola got better and better, Jamal got better and better, then we brought Aaron. I was just here for the whole process. And it's cool that we were able to finish that time out with a championship, because I feel like if I didn't get that ring or finish my time here with a ring, that it would have been hard to move into the situation I'm in now. But I think that the fact that we were able to reach that goal, even though I felt like if I would have been healthy last year, and even that Minnesota Timberwolves series the year before, we could have had 2, maybe 3, but we got 1, and that's a lot more than a lot of people could say. So.
Michael, you mentioned not taking for granted winning basketball here, and you're in such a different role, both personally and with the team as a whole. Does the distance make you appreciate everything that you had here and what you went through here even more?
It does. I appreciate the city of Denver. You know, it's an underrated city. You actually can see the sky and breathe fresh air. New York's different, but New York has its pros as well. But no, definitely, I think it definitely makes me appreciate, you know, what we had here, but also in Brooklyn, the process that we're going through and the growth that we've seen and kind of the trajectory of the program is really promising, and it's cool to be a part of that as well. I think that I've been able to teach some of these young guys some things already and seen so much growth in some of the players since I've been there. You know, Noah Clowney, I think, great player. All the young rookies, Yegor, Drake, Wolf. So it's completely different. Nolan and Ben as well. It's completely different, but I'm having a great time, and I'm at peace, and I'm experiencing a lot of joy in this situation.
You're also
This last one, yes.
you're also one of the best shot makers in franchise history. Do you have a favorite shot you made as a Denver Nugget?
I would say probably that. Let me think. Favorite shot. I like there was one shot against the Lakers where Aaron saved it, and I hit that three on the right wing. I think Jamal hit the game winner that game, and then I think finals game 5, the pull-up three in transition was a cool shot as well. That kind of was a momentum swing, and then we won that game and finished it here in Denver. So those are probably two big shots.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Michael.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, man.
Good to see you, man.
The game 5 layup?